Scott, I didn't want to bombard you with this, man, but I've got some things I need to say to you, and I wrote a letter that I'm going to read to you. And while I read it, I thought I would show some pictures of us with friends during better times. Better times. Dear Scott, got some things I need to get off my chest, my man. And although I'm typing these thoughts down as best I can in this emotional state, I'm very emotional over this, Scott. This is me speaking from the heart. Also, don't worry, this is a private video on YouTube, so nobody can see it but you and Matt, since his life was changed Labor Day weekend too, in terms of how close we've become in juxtaposition to how far we've drifted apart. Meaning you and me, Scott. We've drifted apart. Matt and I are tight as shit. Scott, you failed the friendship test over Labor Day weekend. Let that sink in for a second. You failed. In comparison, Matt won the gold. Matt won. Let's set the scene so we're all on the same page. 3 supposedly good friends are in Denver to see fish. 3 guys, 1 hotel room, 2 queen beds, and a couch. If you can even call it a couch. A couch that seems like it was specifically designed to be exactly too small for a human being to sleep on. Like a half couch you might find in a kindergarten class. But I tried to make the half couch work because I wanted to at least try to let everyone have their own sleeping space. As you know, I pushed the coffee table up against the half couch to give myself more room, and I pulled the 2 chairs over so my feet could curve over at the bottom so they weren't dangling over the end of the half couch. And at the top, one of my arms could stretch out on the second chair, almost creating an illusion that I was on one of the biggest mattresses in the world. And for all I knew, it could have been, as long as I never moved from that exact position all night long. If I were to move or change my position, reality would set in. No, I'm on the half couch. That really is more like a torture device when used by an adult human for sleeping. You seem concerned about one person, Scott. You. Look at that, dude. We went skydiving together. Now it's like, I don't even want that memory in there anymore. Matt, meanwhile, was getting ready for bed, wasn't even on the other queen bed yet, and he was being adamant about sharing one of the beds, trying to convince me it was plenty big enough for the 2 of us, and how I really looked like I might be in pain, contorted on this half couch, coffee table, 2-chair combination for a bed. And you know what, Scott? I was in pain, but not because of my contorted back and body. It's because of how I was being treated by a friend. Because you, in comparison to Matt's seasoned arguments about sharing his queen bed, you uttered one phrase. Let me know if you change your mind, pal. But it was almost hard to hear you because you were face down, lying directly in the middle of the mattress with both arms spread out. Almost like you were hugging it, Scott. Seriously, like you were grabbing it and like the covers and the sheets were all like built up in your hands and you're like grabbing it. Matt, meanwhile, finally getting under the covers of the other queen. You're laid out on one. He lays down perfectly on one side, making a final plea that I sleep on the queen with him, and it was almost getting to the point where I thought he was hitting on me. But it wasn't easy to hear him, because you were snoring already. But the truth is, Matt was worried about my painful looking contortion. Worried, Scott. That's what friends do. They worry about each other. They don't fall asleep in 4 seconds. So yes, I finally took Matt up on his generous, friendship-laced offer, and jumped into bed with him. And you know what? I never felt more safe. I could also move my head, hands, and feet without them falling or touching a very hard surface. But it was feeling safe that I remember the most. Like, this guy has my back. Like, what if you woke up and wanted to attack me for some reason? I mean, I doubt that would happen, but I don't know who you are anymore, Scott. Who are you? I wanted to think that deep down you were tortured and couldn't sleep well because of your selfishness. But I know that's not the case because you kept talking and making these comfortable noises in your sleep. Like, so comfy. At one point you actually said, "Am I a cloud?" All innocent and childlike. Well, you may be a cloud, Scott, and I'm happy for you. But you are a cloud with one less friend. And I have one less friend too, but that's okay because Matt is now like a double friend. We were just texting earlier about our new combined friend name, Stavat. You know, clouds are made of gas and they drift along in peace all day long and they don't give a damn about anybody and they will screw you over in a second. I guess you are a cloud, Scott. I guess you are a cloud. Matt, I'm sending this private video link to you as well. So dude, Denver, fish, let's do it again next year. And let's hope it's sunny every single day without a cloud in sight. Because clouds are dicks and they only care about themselves. Sincerely, Steve Allan.
Don't drag me into this, dude. You're being a huge baby, dude.
Avatar dude.
It says warehouse on it, man. No. I'm glad you like my present.
Am I a cloud? Am I a cloud?
Am I a cloud?